Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you're doing really well. My name is Humna and I share content connected to art, healing and spirituality. Today I wanted to speak about Ya Salaam, one of the most beautiful names, and this was the name that I remember reciting when my mother was very unwell and she had developed ovarian tumor in her stomach, and she had asked me to put my hand on her stomach and keep reciting Ya Salaam. At that moment, I truly did not know the meaning of the name. All I knew was that this is the name of Allah. And what shifted in my life was when I completely kind of just dived into the names of Allah to truly understand their meaning and to connect to them, to activate them within my own self. And that's when I started seeing the healing powers of that different names that Allah's given us. I always come back to this saying where Allah calls himself by these names, and when he is calling himself through these names, who are we not to ponder, to think, to connect, and to dive into them? So we to know our Allah, and he's literally telling us, this is who I am. How can we not go deeper into the understanding of what it is that he's calling himself? And if he's telling me that this is who I am, and I do not make the effort to get to know him through his name, then how do I even have an intimate relationship with my Allah? How do I get to know Allah? You see, to know Allah, you have to connect to him through that what he's calling himself. And when he says he's Ya Salaam, it's not just the peace. It's not that he's saying he is, it's not peace as something that you have to go and look for. It's not something that you have to even ask for. Ya Salaam is the name of Allah that reminds us of our relationship with Allah. It is about coming into that space where we start thinking not what Allah is, but understanding how Allah has created us with the love that he puts into his creation. Is the act of doing or creating is peaceful. So imagine that moment when you were not in your energy body, you were not a soul, you were not a body, right? And when Allah created you, was Allah in a rush? Was he running around and creating you? Were you just something that he wanted to create and get over with? Or were you something that he sat with, held the clay in his hand and molded it, bit by bit by softly turning you and making you into that what he wanted to create out of love, out of peace? So Ya Salaam is not that peace that you go looking for. You sit on the mountains or under a tree and you meditate for thousands of years, or you kind of ask and pray, please Allah, give me some peace. The thing is, in your clay, imagine there are 100 molecules, right? Every single molecule was created and placed inside your clay with Ya Salaam. So the peace is not something you go looking for. When you become still in your body, when you become completely present with yourself, you will be able to experience Ya Salaam inside you, right? And then when you think about your ruh, your soul, your energy body, now imagine that it has 1,000 molecules. I'm just giving a comparison. Please don't hold these numbers in your head. Just be open towards receiving what I'm saying. And when you have 1,000 molecules in your soul and thousands of them, every single molecule is vibrating in the form of peace. They're moving in peace. So your clay body, every single molecule is of peace, and your soul body, every single molecule is also of peace. It is when your 100 molecules take in the 1,000 molecules and become one together. And so the merging of the body and the soul actually is what creates and recognized as peace. When you are fully present, when you are not in your ego body, when you are connected to your soul, you recognize that the body could not exist without the soul. And the whole point of the soul being in this dunya is so that it's in his body. It is when we feel that the body is separate and our soul is separate, we are not at peace. For the body wants certain things and the body has certain needs and whatever it desires, and then there are the pull of the soul, that what it came here to do. And the body is constantly saying, no, you can't do this because the society won't allow it, or the religion won't allow it, or culture won't allow it. And the soul is like, well, I really want to do it, and it feels suppressed. It is when the body opens itself and embraces the soul in and allows every single molecule of the soul merge into every single molecule of your body. It is the merging, the union of the soul and the body at every cell in your being is peace. That awakens the peace. When you come home in yourself fully is peace. When your heart and your mind are aligned, that's when you are at peace. When you are not looking for something, when you're not searching for something, when you're actually home and you're sitting on the sofa content, your body is still, you're very relaxed, all that you look around is gifts of Allah, you automatically will feel that your best friend is around you, meaning your soul. People are always talking about soulmates and people who will come into their lives. I personally think the body is the mate of the soul, and the soul is the mate of the body. When they become best friends, when there's no fighting between the soul wanting something and the body wanting something, when they both merge together and they both want the same thing, they are at peace. So Ya Salaam is not something that you go looking for or you act so that you receive it. It's not like a reward. It is what you are made up of. So when you really, really channel into that energy and understanding that you don't have to search for it, you don't have to ask for it, you don't have to become anything for it. All you have to do is become your true self. I use the word become, and you might be thinking, well, you just said, Humna, don't become. What I mean is you start being that what you truly are. You don't need to become something to be at peace. When you accept where you are in your life as the qadr of Allah, as a gift of Allah, you will experience Ya Salaam inside you. It's not something outside of you. And this is so, so, so important, because we're constantly told when you do something, then you will be, closer to Allah. Or when you become something, when you read something, when you wear something, or you look like a certain, character, you will be closer to Allah. Now, when Allah was creating you, now imagine what energy Allah was in. That's the energy that He put inside you, right? Allah calls Himself with 100 names, 99 names plus Allah itself, right? So Allah says, you are my creation. Now, as an artist, when I'm painting, I am putting in all the colors that make me happy, that make me peaceful, that make me, love what I'm creating. So the whole experience of creating something is out of love. It's not out of anger or pain or frustration. It is always out of joy. I could start by, when I'm in my anxious mode, but ultimately the process of creation leads to life itself. And life is a gift, and the gift that is from Allah, how can it not be beautiful? How can it not be something as treated like a gift? How can we devalue what He has gifted us? Like to say, I don't love my life, which by the way I am guilty of saying many, many times, and many times thinking that I just need to get this done. Whatever this life is, I want it over. But that's where Ya Salaam comes, right? He tells us, when I was creating you, I was creating with you with all of the 99 names, 100 names, and I was placing the energy of all of the 100 names inside you. So imagine all the colors, the 100 colors of the names of Allah are all inside you, right? It is you who has to come back into your body, sit with yourself, build a relationship with your Allah, and one by one, He will open you from the inside to all the shades and all the colors and all the molecules that are of your soul and your body. And when that merging happens, so imagine like He's mixed all these colors. That's who Allah is symbolically. And then now He's going to paint on you. So He's molded you and crafted you. The clay is like all soft. And now He's going to place these colors on you. So the clay molecules themselves have a certain frequency of Allah in them, meaning all the names, right? And then the soul, the paint, the colors that He splashes over you also have a certain frequency. And that too is also of peace. So He Himself, who is Ya Salaam, has put inside of you Ya Salaam, meaning He's put the peace inside you. Now, when you think of it like that, right, you completely shift your energy into going, hang on, I don't have to be in a certain place or a space or of certain kind of anything for me to experience peace. Peace is who I am, because that's the molecules, that your molecules are vibrating in their present state. When they are with Allah, they are in the state of peace. You're meant to be at peace with yourself, knowing that Allah's got you. He's your creator. The moment you come into this knowing, okay, hang on, Allah created me, He's my Rabb, He's taking care of me, I know He's always there with me, He's my best friend. Automatically, what truly does happen, if you think about it, you are in the presence of Allah all the time. He's not something you have to go and get from supermarket. He's that what is within you, in your blood vessels, in your ruh, in your body, in your molecules. All of that is peace, right? And that's where Allah doesn't want you to go around looking for peace. He's telling you, Ya Salaam, that is who He is. So when creating you, He put that attribute inside of you. So when you come inside, when you connect to Him from your soul, from your inside, from your heart, automatically, who are you going to be with? Allah. What are you going to feel? Peace. Are you going to be still? Yes. Are you going to be content? Yes, of course you are, because you know that He gives you the best, right? And when you are in the presence of Allah, when you are in the presence of a friend, when you are in the presence of somebody who sees you, values you, and is with you 24/7, you feel very safe. What do you feel safe about? You feel safe in being who you are, because you know that nothing on the planet could happen without His will. Now, if He has made you a certain way, and if He's put some desires in you and your dreams inside you, that means that He is the one who's going to fulfill them. And the way He will do that is for you to pray to Him. When do you pray? When you are in need. But if you are always going to be in need, then that means, are you content? No. So when you understand that Allah is the one who gives you all that you desire, you don't even need to ask for it. All you have to do is connect to Him through His names and understand that all that you need is within you. The neediness completely ends and finishes. You become that what you truly want to be, because you know that that is already in you. He has placed His peace in you. So imagine the color that you are painted with is the color of peace. The molecules of the clay that He created you with are the molecules of peace. So when your peace in your clay and in the peace in your molecules in your soul merge together, when you're not fighting with yourself and you're standing up for Allah, for His peace, for your soul's peace, automatically, what are you going to do? You're going to connect to inner peace. And when you connect to your inner peace, you will have no fear, you will have no sadness, you will have all of these emotions, but you'll be able to manage them with Ya Salaam. So when Allah says to us, call me by this name, He's also reminding you that look within you for this name. Look within you for the peace that I have placed inside your heart. For when you connect to me, I will heal you with a peace that nobody else can give you. Nobody else has the capacity or the capability to heal you with the peace that Allah heals you with. The way He holds you with Ya Salaam, He softly, gently waters your wounds and heals them in a way that you feel like a new person. All within you is that what he placed inside of you, your dreams, your loves, your desires, your everything. And the reason he's placed it inside you, because they were meant to be yours in the first place. So thank him for giving you the emotions that you feel. Thank him for the soul that you have. Thank him for the body that you have. Stop judging the way you look or the way you feel. Stop judging the way you deal with things. Stop judging yourself forever. But when you do that, you are actually judging the qadr of Allah. Now, if any of this resonates with you, or if you'd like to hear more about it, connect to this name and create an artwork with me, I'd love to invite you to my sessions, which I run on Friday every week, 11 a.m. UK time. Through these names, we create an artwork, sit and think about this name and get closer to Allah. And it is one of the most sacred ways of connecting to Allah through art as ibadat. This is something I've been doing for years, and it has completely shifted my life. Understanding who our creator is through my own creativity has been one of the most healing experiences of my life that I share with many other women and men across the globe, to help them find their way home into their being, into their light, into their heart. You see, we're constantly being stuck in our mind. We're constantly stuck in the worldly desires. And when you connect to your creator through creativity, what you're really truly doing is you are allowing his light, his love, his creativity to kind of flow through you, because you let go of control and you become his creation, his slave, and his love. And you tune into that every week, and that has such a huge impact on your mental health, in your daily life, and in your relationships, and completely shifts you in ways like I don't even think I have words to explain. But anyway, if you feel my energy resonates with you, I'd love to welcome you into my sessions. You can also have access to all my sessions through my Patreon. The details are down below in the description box. You can check them out and you can become a member there and support my work through that. And like I always say, you can contact me through my Instagram and book me for a one-to-one session if that's something that you need. Healing towards, I help people find themselves, come closer to Allah through art and otherwise. You can book me for a one-to-one session for spiritual healing and healing of the heart. Our hearts are really, really wounded. Till we connect to our heart, till we become the heart who we are. You see, once I heard Muhammad Ali, the boxer, say this: a man is his heart. So your heart is what Allah wants to see. So if your condition of the heart is really, really dark, and you're very sad, and you're carrying grief, and you're carrying all kinds of guilt, and whatever it is that you're carrying of this world, that's what I help people with, to face their own heart, to own it, to love it, and to heal it in a way that it is ready for your akhirat when you meet your Allah, inshallah ta'ala. I'm sending you lots of love, light, and peace, everyone. Do share the video if it resonated with you or you think it can benefit somebody. And inshallah, I will see you with another name soon. Take good care of yourselves, and Allah Hafiz for today.